If you are not a software engineer or a coder, still you can be a tech entrepreneur. The only thing that is required to be a tech entrepreneur is common sense. Hey everyone, welcome back to Tech Buddy. Today I am going to share how exactly you can be a tech entrepreneur, even if you are not a coder or not coming from a tech background. Whether you are working 9 to 5 or just starting up, this video will help you to become a tech entrepreneur in 2025. This video will help you to understand what sort of skills you will require, what sort of mindset you will require to become a tech entrepreneur. Let us first understand what being a tech entrepreneur means. It's not about just coding or understanding some technology. It's about, do you have an ability to solve the problem technically? So in today's date, everybody is using mobile phones. Everybody is aware of mobile apps. Okay. Now this mobile phones, apps, this is nothing but technology, and this technology is bringing us the convenience. What this technology is doing is, it is solving the problem and it is bringing convenience by solving that particular problem. For example, Ola is transport tech, Zomato is food tech, and Bejuice is ed tech. Now, these tech entrepreneurs understood the problem. Like Ola understood the problem for transportation, that booking the taxi is very tedious task. If this could be done over an app, a lot of people can book a lot of taxis and it brings them convenience. Food tech, a lot of people cannot go to the restaurants and they want to order the food. Zomato came into the picture. They understood this particular problem and they provided a tech where the user can actually order the food using mobile application. Similarly, EdTech. During COVID times, it was difficult to go outside. Everybody was locked down at home. Education was getting hampered. The only way of getting education was through online, and Bejuice introduced their platform and they introduced EdTech. That's how Bejuice grew. So if you see Ola, Zomato, Bejuice or any other tech platform, what they have done is they have understood the problem and converted that into a solution. Now they have not built the entire thing by themselves, right? They have hired some engineers, they have hired some coders, and they have just displayed their ideas to them, and those are the guys who have built this solution. What you have to do is, you can outsource the tech and own the vision. You just have to build the team. You need to find the right people who will help you to build the tech. You will need to find the right people who will help you to take your vision alongside. What you have to do is identify the problem, own the vision, hire people who will help you to build the tech and solve the problem. And finally, once the tech is built, you have to take this particular tech to your users. What a tech entrepreneur does is identifying real problems. That is the number one thing that you have to do is first identify the problem. Once you identify the problems, your half of the job is done. Look for the pain points. Now how can you identify these problems? See, you can look for the pain points in your daily routines, or you can look in for the pain points, or you can research about the pain points which are there already in certain industries. Okay, so this could be an individual problem, or this could be a problem which is faced by the industries. Identify a real problem to solve. Now these problems could be in daily life, or this could be an industry specific problems. Talk to potential users to find out what frustrates them, or you can also do a research in a particular industry wherein you think that this is the gap in the industry or this is the problem in the industry, and you can build some tech around it to solve that particular problem. Tech startup wins when they solve real problem. Okay. For example, if you find people struggling with water purifier service calls, can you build a tech around it which can organize this thing? Can you build a mobile application which can track the warranty of your water purifiers or book services for the water purifiers? So if you can build this thing, then you are solving a particular problem. Now this particular problem, once when it is solved, then it can emerge as a very good business. First, you have identified the problem. Second, you have figured out what would be the possible solution for it. Third is you have to build a prototype. for solving that particular problem. Now you do not have to build an entire platform, you do not have to build a full-fledged software or a mobile application for it. First you have to do is you have to launch your MVP. Now once you have the solution ready for the problem, you need to build that solution. For building that solution, either you can hire a freelancer if you are not a coder by yourself, or you can outsource that particular project to a small company where you can give them a particular scope of work, talk to them, make them understand what you want to build. Okay, also try to give them that what is your vision and all that, so that it helps them to understand that what sort of problem they are also solving, and they act as your own team. Okay, so generally the vision you are following is not their vision, right? They are only there to get your job done. So what you need to focus is you have to tell them things in a particular way so that they understand, and then they build what you want to build. So this is an MVP, this is not a full-fledged software, right? Once you shortlist this particular company to build your MVP, try to launch that MVP. Launch a basic version of that MVP to get the feedback. Another way, in my another video I have given you how to start your startup. There what you can do is, once you identify the problem, create an Instagram page, okay? Talk to people as to what you are trying to build and what problem you are solving. You will get some sort of audience, you will get some sort of traction. This will help you to validate what you are building. Are you on the right path or not? So based on that, you can take that decision whether you are going to build this entirely or not. So once you have a certain kind of a response from your Instagram community, then you can take a call that whatever problem that you have identified is a real world problem and people are looking for some solutions for this. If people are looking for a solution, then they are also ready to pay for that solution, right? So once you have done those steps, then you can take a call that okay, now I can do an MVP. Then you either hire a freelancer or hire a smaller company which can build the tech for you. Once the tech is built, launch a basic version. I again repeat, do not go for a full-fledged version. Just launch a basic version that is good enough to test the market. Once the basic version is launched, take the feedbacks, see how the basic version has performed. Is there any excitement about the basic version in your customers? Do they really like what you have done, or it was just a solution which is not useful and we were just wasting time for doing it? Now here's an important thing. See, it will not happen like that you have identified the problem, build a solution, and it will take off overnight. Okay, there are hundreds of people who are solving the problem and they are building something on the other and launching every day, every hour. Okay, once you have built something, you have to take that to the people as well, because you have identified a problem which were like sampling. This was like 100 people having this problem. Based on those feedback, you have created an MVP and you launched. But there are more 1,000, lakh, 2 lakh people who are also facing this particular problem, right? So you have to take your solution to them. Then only it will get utilized and you will get some honest feedback. So you need to have some budgets for your marketing. Once you prepare an MVP and once you launch that MVP to the market, you need to also spend something on marketing. A lot of entrepreneurs do this mistake. What they feel is that okay, I have built something which is awesome and it is out of this world and this has to work. So they are into their own zone, but the market treats them differently. It is very important, whatever you have built, you have to bring that to the people. There are multiple ways of bringing your solution to the people. Number one is social media. I've already told you have to create your Instagram account, talk to people, create a community, explain there what you are trying to build, explain what problems that you have identified and what solutions you are trying to build. From there you will get the traction also and you will get the suggestion as well. That is one way. Second is you can run meta ads. This is a cheaper solution. Once you have your MVP ready, you need to either hire an agency or run the meta ads by yourself, so that your solution reaches to the right audience, your solution reaches to maximum number of people who were also facing that problem and looking for this particular solution. So this is the most important step. Only building will not make you a tech entrepreneur. After building, you have to take your solution to the consumer as well. Once you have launched the MVP, and now once you have the validity from the consumers that okay, whatever you have built really works and this solves the problem, now this is the time that you start building your team. Now how are you going to build a team? So for MVP, you had already hired some freelancers or you were in touch with some company who has built your MVP, right? You can again go back to them, talk to them, and you can also offer them some stakes or you can offer them some salaries so that they can dedicatedly work for you. So your tech part is sorted out. Second, if for marketing, if you have gone to some agency for marketing to do your meta ads, you can again go and talk to them, increase your budget and do the marketing. Once you prepare the phase 2, then again you can go to them and do the marketing for your better version, which is phase 2. Third is your sales. Now initially, being a tech entrepreneur or a business owner, initially you have to do the sales by yourself. So you have identified the target audience who is going to buy this particular product from you. So you know it better because it is your product and what problem you are solving. So initially you will have to do the sales by yourself. How does it help is, once you are setting up the process, the sales process by yourself, that means you are creating an SOPs that okay, this is my product, this is my target audience and this is how I am trying to sell. So you will create some sort of process. So once you are taking up some customers and when you are signing up some customers, let's say you have 5 customers and 10 customers, so you have that particular process in place. What needs to be done to convert a lead into a sales? Like first you will do a cold call, then you will give a demo, then you will do a physical meet, then you will send the proposal, and then finally you will close the deal, right? So this is the process. So once the process is set, then you need to hire employees and explain them that this is the process, this is how you can sell this product that what we have built. Okay, you cannot just directly hire and then expect them to set the process. So it is always better, whatever you are doing in terms of sales, you do it by yourself. Set the process. Once the process is set, then you start hiring for your sales team, so that you can then scale, because they have to come down. Once they come down, right, once they come down, then you already have some SOPs for them, like this is the thing that you have to follow, so that we can convert the things into sale. So that this way the growth becomes faster. Now, once your team is ready, then you can think about raising fund. So see, initially you will have to put money from your pocket. It could be savings, okay, or it could be any source of income that you had. So you will have to put that money from your pocket. For developing an MVP, you will have to put money from your pocket. For doing the digital marketing so that the product reaches to maximum people, you will have to spend money from your pocket itself. Okay. Once you think that okay, now there is an acceptance for your product, there is an acceptance for your solution, and you have a sufficient amount of team. Now what you have done is like you have put in some money, okay, and you have started earning also. When the customer starts paying you, that means you have started earning as well, right? So at this point of time, when you have a particular team, now if you want to scale up, then you can look for an angel investor, or you can attend some startup events, and from there you can look for some institutional investors to invest in your idea, so that you can scale faster and you can grow bigger. Now as a tech entrepreneur, see, you do not need a bigger team, you do not need a team of 50-60 people. Okay, an ideal company may have 5 to 6 people if it is a technology company. So you just need a front-end developer, one back-end developer, one DevOps, and one demand generation guy who takes care of your digital marketing, and 1 or 2 sales guys who will go to the market and sell your product. So you generally need 5 to 6 people on an initial journey. Now what happens is with this is, once you keep the team size less, and this is a sufficient team size, there is no point hiring 15-20 people and then getting into that cycle of salaries and expenses. With more people you will have more expenses as well. So this is the way you have to start. First, you are the only one who are starting it. Try to get a partner. Try to pitch your idea to him or her. Once they are convinced with your idea, then you build an MVP. If you guys are coder by yourself, then it is well and good. If not, then get a company who can code for you. So your tech is outsourced, then your digital marketing is outsourced. Once there is a validity for your solution, then whatever things that you have outsourced, get that thing inside. Okay, so get the tech guy inside, get the digital marketing guy inside, get the sales guys inside. That's how you build your startup, and that's how you become a tech entrepreneur. One of the important things of being a tech entrepreneur is you have to be consistent. Okay, it is not that whatever you have ideated, that thing only is going to work a long way. Like for example, Zomato, if you see the initial version of Zomato and the current version of the app, it is totally different. So what has happened is that over a period of time, based on the client learning, based on the user's feedback, they have grown their platform. So as a tech entrepreneur, your main job is that only. Your main job is not coding, or your main job is not doing the sales. Your main job is listening to the customer, what they want, and how you can deliver that to them in the fastest possible way, so that you can grow and scale your business rapidly. You have to become consistent, you have to learn from your users, and you have to implement the learnings from your users. As a tech entrepreneur, you have to focus on building something which people want and will pay for it. I hope now you understood how to become a tech entrepreneur. Tech entrepreneurship is not about knowing it all. but starting anyway. Start small, stay curious, keep building. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope after watching this video, the myth that you had in your mind that to become a tech entrepreneur you need to know coding, or you should be a software developer, or you should come from a technical background has gone away. The only thing that you require to become a tech entrepreneur is common sense and curiosity. Once you have that, nobody can stop you from becoming a tech entrepreneur. Common sense will help you to identify the problem. Curiosity will help you to build a solution to solve that problem. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the video, please hit that like button. Also share with future founders and subscribe to my channel Tech Buddy for more such videos. That's all for today. Thank you so much and all the best.